You know that person who never posts anything online? Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's you. While everyone else documents every meal, every sunset, every laugh, they just live. And at first glance, it seems like they're missing out. But here's the thing. They're not. They're doing something most of us have forgotten how to do, something that might just explain why their life feels richer, quieter, and more real. It starts with a simple choice, to post or not. That split second before you hit share is a crossroads. Most people never even notice it, but their minds are running calculations. Will people like this? Will I look interesting? Am I enough? And somewhere in that instant, the ones who stay silent are already winning. Because by not performing for others, they reclaim control over their own life. They aren't hiding. They aren't shy. They're quietly saying, I don't need validation to exist. And here's where it gets interesting. Psychologists call this self-determination. When you control your own choices without pressure or expectation, your brain feels calmer, sharper, more grounded. The people who don't post are like this by default. They've chosen freedom over approval, and it changes everything. Most people assume they're missing out on connection, but ironically, they're connecting on a deeper level than anyone else. Their relationships aren't measured in likes, reactions, or comments. They're measured in depth. 10 real conversations beat 1,000 notifications. And while the world chases attention, they're quietly building influence in a far more meaningful way. And here's the paradox. By staying unseen, they're actually more seen in life. Their presence carries weight precisely because it's selective, it's rare, and it makes you wonder, what else are they doing differently that most people miss? It's not just about privacy, it's about how they experience life. While you're reaching for your phone, they're tasting the wine, feeling the warmth of the sun, laughing at the joke, not framing it for an audience. Every moment becomes full, every memory is theirs alone. Psychologists call this psychological ownership. The more you share, the less it belongs to you. That perfect sunset? Once it's online, it's out of your hands. But the quiet ones understand that life's most precious moments are untouchable, unmeasured, unshared. They are living for themselves, and as a result, their lives have a richness that performance can't replicate. And yet, here's the kicker. This isn't about fear or withdrawal. Some of them could post at any moment and get hundreds of likes. But they don't, because they've realized that posting is performance, and performance is exhausting. They've stepped out of the attention economy. And it's subtle, but the benefits are huge. More focus, more energy, more clarity. Imagine two people at the same concert. One snaps a dozen photos, posts stories, edits them for likes. The other just stands, fully present, absorbing every note. Months later, who remembers the feeling of that concert? Not the one who filmed it, it's the silent observer who carries it in memory, unfragmented. And there's a psychological edge here too. People who avoid posting score higher on traits like self-restraint, emotional intelligence, and internal validation. They don't let others dictate their mood. Their self-worth isn't on the line with every comment or reaction. Instead, they invest that energy into their own growth, their own mastery, their own life. They aren't missing out, they're moving ahead. While the rest of the world is performing, they're creating, reflecting, learning, and building. They understand something we often forget. Silence isn't absence, it's power, it's presence, and it makes every choice intentional. And maybe the most surprising part? They're often the ones with the most interesting stories, but they save them for when it counts, not for a screen, not for followers, for a person across a table, a moment shared without performance. That kind of connection, the quiet, unbroadcasted connection, creates something impossible to fake. And it raises a question that hits harder the longer you think about it. If we stopped performing online, what would life feel like? How much more could we actually see, feel, and experience? So, the next time you see someone who never posts, don't mistake their silence for emptiness. Don't assume they're missing out. They've discovered a truth most of us forget, that life isn't measured in likes, shares, or comments. It's measured in moments fully lived, moments that are yours, untouchable, unshared, and infinitely more valuable than anything that can ever be captured on a screen. Because in a world obsessed with being seen, the quiet ones are the ones truly living. So what about you? Do you post or do you choose silence? Share your reason in the comments and subscribe for more insights into how we really think and live.